Swag là. Manasi dans Mike là. Petit droite. Malik.
Hello everybody, my name is Sankara. I am here with another video lesson for Haitian Creole. This will be the second lesson of our video language learning series. So let's get started. Leçon deux. So for lesson 2 or leçon deux, we have 3 objectives. The first is working the pronunciation. The second is memorizing the subject pronouns, which are I, you, he and she, we, and they. But we'll see that actually, changes, of course, in Haitian Creole. Expressing to be, and we'll see that this is also different in Creole because there is no one verb to express to be. Instead, it's expressed in several ways, which we'll be getting to later in the lesson. So, pronunciation. One of the great things about Haitian Creole is that the words are written exactly as they're pronounced, but there are some sounds that do not exist, and there also are a few spelling peculiarities that we'll be covering right now. So, the first 3 sounds are nasal vowels. They do not exist in English, but they do exist in French. So, the first is un. Sans, prend, manger, grand goût. On, expression, communication, ouan. Un, moins, un ben, fin. CH is pronounced as SH would be in English. So we have chaque, cher, pistache. E with an accent grave is pronounced as E in the word get. So we have neuf, fête, professeur, université. So if you guys can pay attention to the difference between the E with an accent grave, as in the word université, the last word, the first E is pronounced as, again, E as in the word get, but the second E is pronounced as AY would be in English, as in the word day. So, université. Next we have O with an accent. So, lot, wall, and l'école. Now we have J. So this J sound would be the equivalent of an S as in the word measure. So it's kind of I don't know how to explain it, like a dental, like vibrating sound. So we have l'injustice, juge, and page. It's not J like l'injustice. It is l'injustice, juge, and page. Next we have R. The R sound is a French R, and this does not exist in English, so do not try to substitute an English sounding R for the Creole R, which again is like the French R. It's made in the back of the throat. So try the sound just by itself. R. R. Now with words. Relais, remets, vraiment, réalité, rad. OU is actually does exist in English, so this is ou. This would be written OO or double O in English. So we have kuma and boule. Révision. So, a small review. Salutation, which means greeting. So we have sac passé, sac à fête, maboulé, mabole piti piti. We already went over the meaning of these in the last lesson. If you haven't seen it, please refer back to the last lesson. Ki jan ou ye, mwen forme e ou même, mwen la oui. Or you can also say mla oui, and map kembe. So you actually don't have to refer back to the last lesson because the translation is written right there. But moving on to the next slide. So now we're talking about the pronouns. So in English, we have I, you, he, she, and it, we, you plural, or y'all in the South, and they. So in Creole, we have actually two forms for each of the subject pronouns. So we have moi, ou, li, nous, and yo. I have this new starred with an asterisk because, as you can see, nous is actually used for we and you plural. It will be clarified according to the context. And then we have the short forms. So we have ou, pronounced exactly the same as ou, l, n, and y, which is yeah. This y does not ever appear at the end of words, as is the case with all the other Creole short forms. So we'll be seeing that later on, but I have an example for down here. So we have ma parle avec. That does not exist. You will never see that in Haitian Creole. Now, you can, however, have any of these other forms substituted in the place where that y is written. And again, this is the last sentence. So I can say ma parle avec. I'm talking with myself, which wouldn't make any sense. Ma parle avec moi-même. But so let's go ahead and change that. So we'll have la parle avec, ma parle avec ou, la parle avec elle, na parle or ma parle avec, and ma parle avec yo. So again, that y will never come at the end of the sentence as is written right there. We'll be getting more into the use of these short forms and long form, but just keep in mind that there are two forms of the subject pronouns in Haitian Creole. So, que expression est-il? So we've already went over. So now we're going over some new expressions that we haven't seen before. So the first, qui jan ou di en Creole. So for example, I wanted to know how to say book. I could ask, qui jan ou di book en Creole? And the response would be, ou di livre. Livre is the Haitian Creole word for book. Tambri, please. Parlez doucement. You can also say souple, S-O-U-P-L-E. Souple, parlez doucement. They both mean please. M'pa comprendre. I don't understand. M'pa comprendre. Qui jan ou rele sa? Qui jan ou rele sa? What is that called? Est-ce que ou ka edem? Or, est-ce que ou ka ede mwen? Tambri, map toujours prendre Creole. Tambri or souple, map toujours prendre Creole. So please, I'm still learning Haitian Creole. So you can just put some of these together. Tambri, parlez doucement, map toujours prendre Creole. Please speak slowly. I'm still learning Haitian Creole, or just Creole. So, getting to this verb to be. As I said, there is no one word for the verb to be in Haitian Creole. Instead, it's expressed in several ways. So we have se, ye, and then in other examples, we'll see that it is just omitted. That, in other words, to be is just implicitly understood. So let's start with se. So when you have the subject and the noun, we're going to link these two together in order to express the English verb to be. So for example, moi, subject, élève, noun. Moi, c'est élève. I'm a student. You can also say, moi, c'est étudiant. Moi, c'est étudiant. Élève and étudiant are the same thing. Lui, c'est professeur. Moi, c'est américain. If you're a female, you're going to say, moi, c'est américaine. And that's going to be written with two N's. Yo, c'est petite Joseph. Or you can say, yo, c'est Timon Joseph. Timon and petite is, they both mean children. So we can see that when we're talking about a profession, for example, something that is, or a noun that describes their, again, profession, identity, even in cases of nationality, we're going to use say. So with ye is more often than not used in the temporary sense, but as I've written in the second point, it can be understood in the permanent sense and is often used with question words. So questions we have, for example, qui côté, which means where. Qui côté ou ye. So this ye is locative. It's temporary. It means that right now, in this moment, or in that moment, I am or as was in a particular place. Qui côté can be shortened to just côté. So côté bibliothèque la ye. Where is the library? Côté bibliothèque la ye. Comment ou ye? How are you? Again, temporary or locative. Comment ou ye? So we'll see that I've written often because questions don't necessarily necessitate the use of the word ye. So we have plenty of examples of questions without the word, the use of the word ye. So, côté ou rete, for example. Côté ou sorti, where are you from? Comment ou connais ça? How did you know that? Côté ou aller, where are you going? Côté ou travail, where do you work? So essentially, whenever the question is posed without that use of the word to be, or that sense, you're going to use the question, or you're going to pose the question without the use of the word ye. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Combining say with ye. So this can be kind of confusing. We'll do some more exercises to get used to this, but say and ye can also be combined in order to express or convey to be. So you can say moi c'est étudiant, or you can say c'est étudiant moi ye. They both mean the same thing, except this form is putting emphasis on the fact that you're a student. C'est professeur lié, or you could say li c'est professeur. Again, they both mean the same thing. C'est comme ça lié, or you could say c'est comme ça. They both mean the same thing. So again, we see how say and ye can be combined. We'll be doing some other exercises so you guys can get used to using these two together. So this is the last example, and we can see that say and ye can also just be completely omitted to express to be. And this is the case with adjectives. So you wouldn't say, for example, moi c'est fatigué. You would just say moi fatigué. You wouldn't say lui c'est bête, fille ça belle, or fille ça belle oui. That girl, she looks good. The next one, also with negation. So we have number 2, the second bullet point up there. So whenever you're negating something, you're not going to say moi, for example, you want to say moi c'est pas étudiant. You don't say that. You would say moi pas étudiant. Moi pas haïtien. C'est américain moyen. So I'm not Haitian. I'm American. So moi pas haïtien. C'est américain moyen. I'm not Haitian, I'm American. So this will be the last one. So although say is generally not used with adjectives, we have some examples where it can be used in isolation with an adjective. This is the same way it will be used in French, if you guys are familiar at all with French. If not, just pay attention. So we have, for example, you could say li facile, it's easy, or you could say c'est facile. Also, you could say c'est difficile, c'est pas difficile. But again, you would not say li c'est laid. You either say c'est laid, li laid, or you can use that form that we talked about with combining say and ye, and you would say c'est laid, li ye. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Merci pour garder. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe. We'll have some more video lessons. We'll also be going over some of these concepts because I know that they're kind of foreign right now. But again, thanks for listening. Please share the video with other people, and please be sure to subscribe. Until then, we'll be moving on to lesson 3. So see you then. Nawe.